Tuesday. Anyways, these are actually really nice lithium batteries. It's wild how they're set up. There's one way up here on this shelf, and then the other one is nowhere near it, like down there. Yeah, 13.7, 13.6. Anyways, I put it in this box, and it comes with these like tie downs essentially to keep it in place. I mean, again, like I would never have done it this way. It's almost like I'm afraid to like change things up right now, because if I break something, I'm gonna add so much more work to myself. Okay. Hold your judgment, folks. But it's definitely better than it was, because these were literally just sitting here sliding around, which seems like such a wild liability. Such are the ways of pirates. Battery secured and moving on to the fuel tank. This is weeping. So I had the pleasure of buying this $15 special sealant with PTFE, which is, you know, okay with fuel and diesel and other such things. Did my best to clean this, but hopefully this will no longer weep. I don't know how flexible this sealant is, but it's gonna be a little bit better. And of course now we have this nice strap holding this tank in, so it's not gonna, you know, take a little bit of a dive. Time to move on to the running lights. Whenever you turned them on, they would trip the breaker, so there was clearly some kind of issue. I started cutting the wires back to try and find a clean connection to the batteries, but I just couldn't find it, so I ended up running a whole new wire all the way to the control panel. Going through there, we'll go through here. I don't know how to necessarily get to the other side, but we're gonna figure it out. Just gonna punch a hole right here. This is for the stern white light, and I got a hole for forward light. We're gonna go up here, up here, up here. I really hope you can get in and up here. Yeah, boom. Probably up there. Yeah, up there. And then up there. And then here's my fishing wire to take me all the way home. Easy. Where do we want to run it? Now that we got it up here. I'll give myself a lot to work with. And yeah. Getting the Ford red and green running light to the panel was a lot easier, and then it was time to wire them in. These connectors that I have are actually too small, so I'm going to try and drill them out. Too small? No problem. Gonna hang on to them here. Boom. A little twisted, but it'll most certainly work. And that's what we need right now. We need something to work, so. Mounting the stern running light was easy since there was a nice metal plate we could connect to. Just needed to drill some new holes. Running lights on. Okay. Let's see if they, or it, at least the steaming, is illuminated. And it is. All right. Perfect. So the bow nav light is a little bit more complicated. There's not a solid mounting point. Originally it was just held by wire right here. These are the old wires, which now no longer go to anything. And here's the new wire that I rigged up yesterday. But I think with 2 U-bolts, as you can see right here, we should be able to put this you know, right in place. Okay, we are looking good. I mean, this doesn't look that great, but you know, once I put the cover on, it will be a whole lot better. So yeah, not bad. What's different about me? I'm not in a Type X suit. Nice. Today is the last day we're in Oceanside. I'm tearing up, but it's time to raise the sails and see what kind of nightmares are hiding. Let's do it. It would appear the mainsail had speed holes ripped into it. You can see massive tears. This is where having a replacement main is very handy. That's bad, but not nearly as bad as this one up here. Just absolutely thrashed. And whoa. Yeah, the material is just absolutely destroyed by UV. The outhaul bracket that connects the main's clew was bent out of shape, but it's nothing that a set of channel locks and some gusto can't solve. Nice. Made it all loose-footed, so can control the shape of the sail a little bit more with the outhaul, which again is a little bit tough. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But I mean, this is the original sail from '79. I mean, it still looks a lot better than the other one. My neighbor boat Dragonfly, a Flicka 20, was kind enough to lend me their rivet gun and expertise to help me reattach the lazy jack mount points on my boat.
You want that snug in there, yeah. And then the wall thickness of this boom looks, yeah, that's standard.
Should be okay.
I think so. Looks good.
Okay.
You just want a thicker rivet.
Yeah.
Money.
A little sail tape later for a blown out batten, and this 41-year-old main was ready to see some wind again. The jib had seen better days, so I went ahead and replaced that one as well since I had a replacement. And it was time to move on to the staysail. This is the smaller sail that's connected to the inner foresail. A super handy sail to balance the sail plan of your boat, or if you need to raise a storm sail in case of very bad weather. I went ahead and attached the storm sail directly to this. It's a small sail close to the center of lateral resistance and would make heavy weather a little bit lighter. Bad. This will control that point a little bit better. I had patched, planned, and pushed as far as I could. Everything I had to give, I gave, and somehow I think the boat knew. We weren't fighting anymore, we were in this together. Tomorrow we'd leave the dock behind and let the wind decide what comes next.